What's good with the YouTube? Big Flacco from a convict's perspective. I'm going to smash, dash, slide on through with a little bit of energy, man. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all that to help the algorithm. So I was initially going to go into Operation Quiet Storm update, which I'm going to read an article about what happened. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to give any type of input because Boxer's going to be doing, I guess, a spill on it maybe today or tomorrow. So since I already said I was going to drop something, I'm going to drop that. But I have two other instances I'm also going to include in this, which I'm going to talk about a melee that just kicked off in Folsom, right? I'll get you who got off, as well as there is been a couple confirmed issues that certain groups have been sent to, like Avenal and Corcoran, and have refused, so that they will not program with inactives or with Bulldogs. So this is what's been going on. So let me read this article about the Operation Quiet Storm update. And I'm just going to read the article, and then I'm going to go to the next topic from there, right? Court record reveals inner workings of secretive Nuestra Familia prison gang as 5 are sentenced in RICO case. 5 alleged Northern California gang members who are serving life sentences in state prisons are now heading to federal lockup related to a conspiracy case designed to weaken the powerful Nuestra Familia gang. The 5 men were among dozens of members of the same prison gang the federal government has targeted in an apparent strategy to go after gang leaders and alleged heavy hitters and incarcerate them outside of California where their influence is the strongest. Stephen Estevan Trujillo, Salvador Gangster Castro both received 88 months. Brian Turtle Robledo, Alex Sleepy Yergolin, and Edgar Big Evil Rodriguez each received 74 months. The sentences were agreed to in advance by prosecutors and defense, a rarity in Northern California's federal court system, where open plea deals are more typical. The sentences are a result of a massive 2021 RICO Act, as we know that happened September 16th. Okay, and it's a glimpse into the inner workings of the Nuestra Familia, a secretive prison gang with a military-like structure run on a constitution that emphasizes discipline and self-empowerment. In all, there were 14 separate murder conspiracies are alleged. All 5 men pled guilty to the same offense, racketeering conspiracy, but admitted to different murder plots and drug trafficking conspiracies to benefit the gang. Robledo and Castro admitted to a plot to kill a Nuestra Familia associate in 2018. Retaliation for an intended victim murdering a Norteno gang member without authorization. Robledo was also involved in plots to remove gang members through assaults or stabbings when he was a regiment commander at Pleasant Valley State Prison in 2018. Trujillo, meanwhile, admitted to a 2015 murder conspiracy that resulted in a man being repeatedly stabbed in California State Prison Solano. The victim, referred to only by the initials AV, was targeted for murder because of falsely representing himself as a high-ranking gang member. Then in 2016, when Trujillo was regiment commander of his Salinas Valley State Prison Yard, he ordered Urigoyen and Rodriguez to stab a man for mistreating lower-ranking Nortenos by stealing cell phones and issuing orders without authority. Both victims survived. All the defendants were accused of playing roles in various drug trafficking schemes. For example, in multiple intercepted calls, they were getting all the calls, Trujillo can be heard on the contraband cell phone coordinating the movement of thousands of dollars worth of heroin and methamphetamines in multiple counties in Northern California. Rodriguez arranged similar deals in 2021 in San Mateo and Alameda County, selling pounds of meth for $2,900 to $3,800. All the defendants are serving life for murder except Castro, who is serving life for gun charges. All of them have spent the bulk of their adult lives in state prison. That's true. The racketeering crimes are portrayed in court records as a form of social climbing, discipline, or both. Rodriguez, 42, he's been incarcerated since 2004 for the murder of 19-year-old Hayward resident Francisco Javier Sanchez, who was allegedly sponsored for membership in the NF after the attempted murder of JM. Urigoyen, 53, had been in prison since the age of 22 for the 1991 murder of Raymond Bustamante. For him, the attempted murder of JM was a means of undoing a prior demotion for involvement in unauthorized assaults. Trujillo was convicted at the age 30 of murdering his 20-year-old mistress, Michelle Favela of San Jose, in a case where prosecutors said he dismembered her body and threw it into the water from a Santa Cruz pier. He was considered for position in the gang's inner council. Okay. Robledo was convicted in the 1992 murder of 19-year-old Jesse Guerrero, the founder of a Christian organization who had dedicated the final years of his life to encouraging youth to stay away from gangs. During his 93 trial, prosecutors said he and 2 other gang members ambushed Guerrero in San Jose, but portrayed Robledo as a triggerman, firing 8 shots. By isolating NF members in prisons outside of California, authorities hope to limit their influence and taper the gang spread. Yeah, right. You know, but it goes into this and that. So pretty much that's the extent of it. All 5 have pled guilty. I'm not going to go into details right now if this is about an opinion, because I really don't know too much. I haven't really been keeping up to date as I should. But I'm going to talk about some other things that have been going on in the prison system that you guys would probably be interested in. One, there was just a riot that just kicked off with the Bulldogs against Nortenos in Woods and I believe Old Folsom. I don't know if it happened today or if it happened yesterday or it happened sometime this week, man. They had a riot melee over there, and there's a lot of things that are going on in the prison system, man. They're making a lot of moves and they're starting to integrate everybody amongst each other. So all the stuff that we were talking about for months about the reintegration that they're going to start putting them out there in the yard, that has been happening this week. Okay, that is a fact. They've been moving people. They've been putting them on CTQ status, you know, till they go through the process of you know, like a, you know, I forgot what they call it, right? CTQ is what I'm calling it, controlled quarters. Then when they're out, shit's kicking off. So apparently this was the Woods, Nortenos, and Bulldogs. Okay, let me see what else. So in addition to that, in Corcoran, on the level 4, they sent some Nortenos and some Woods and some other races there, I believe, right? And the Nortenos, I think I don't know if they're making people sign chronos, but the Nortenos and the Whites refused to program with Bulldogs. Now, that came from a reliable, credible source, but they're also in Avenal, something similar was told to me too, that they are refusing to go out there with the SNYs. So I think maybe the new strategy now is you're not going to force us to catch a life sentence. You're not going to force us to do this and that. I don't know. I have no, like I said, I don't really know what's behind all this. I mean, the reasons, the purpose, the cause, the effects of all that, I understand. But, you know, before we used to be told that we have to acquire our mainland status, you know, Bond 3. Therefore, if they give us an opportunity to go out there, we go out there. If it's wartime opposition that we can't program with, we get off. But apparently, you know, these are active individuals that are telling administration that we're not going to program with them. You know, so maybe they're requesting them to sign chronos, you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of a setup if you think about it. Sign this chrono, you can go out there, even though we still signed the chronos. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't going to refuse to go anywhere they sent us. But maybe with all the bloodshed that's occurring and all this stuff that's, you know, starting to happen, maybe people are having a different opinion about how they want to go about it. You know what I'm saying? So this wasn't just Nortenos that refused to go out there. Not refused, said that they will not program. Whites as well. I didn't hear any mention to the Sureños, right? Now, Avenal, they try to put them on the non-designated yards. Was not told which group it was, if it was Nortenos, Sureños, you know, Whites. But it kind of makes sense to the information that I heard about Corcoran. It's almost similar. It's almost the same thing. The melee, I haven't really heard too much about it. I just know it went off. Someone that's there, that's been down for a long time. They said it was at Old Folsom. So they've been moving people around this week, guys. So you guys are going to hear about a lot more issues. And this really kind of started, if you think about it, probably last month when they finally brought the Bulldogs to down to Ironwood, right? And that big melee happened. And so I don't know why they didn't do this sooner like they said they were. Why are they doing it now? It almost seems like, man, that like maybe they watch our channels and they know how much attention was being emphasized on it. So let's wait. Let's wait till things calm down. Then we're going to try to slip them through the cracks. Because these are topics that everybody's been discussing, man, is this reintegration. And you guys are probably wondering, well, when's it going to happen? When? Who? What? Where? When? Why? It's happening. There's been incidents almost at every location right now. You know what I'm saying? Some places are locked down. Some places are being locked down in preparation to bring certain groups to a certain yard. You know, and they were planning this. Like I said, in Solano, they started shipping out certain people to different facilities to open up the yard. Because they had way too many Nortenos on every yard in Solano, I heard. Every yard, I think, had over 200 is what I was told. That's a lot. That's a lot of homeboys. I've never seen anything like that. Yeah, so this is what's going on in the system, man. Real quick update on Operation Quiet Storm. Those, you know, individuals you guys probably have heard about, they all got sentenced. They took deals. I can't say nothing negative about them. I can't say that anybody cooperated. I don't know of anything. There's no proof of that, so I'm gonna leave that there. And this is what's been going on at CDCR, man. It's been a crazy, like, last week from my understanding. you know, and some people have not been able to reach out to family members, you know what I mean, let them know what's been going on. So administration is kind of keeping everything under wraps. But I still can't believe what I heard about Corcoran. And this was on the level 4 yard. They said that they wouldn't program with Bulldogs. So I never thought that they were going to try to integrate all these guys on the level 4 side. I thought that this would stick to maybe like the level 2s and 3s, mainly the level 2s and 1s. Let's integrate them out there, see if they can coexist first. But now they're starting to put the level 4s. The plan for CDCR is to no longer have any locations known as SNYs. They're going to all be non-designated program yards. And then they're probably going to still have the high-power PCs that they have in Mule Creek. But other than that, they're going to have facilities just like this. They're going to do away with it. And so there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. There's going to be a lot of fucking riots kicking off. There's going to be a whole lot of shit that's going to jump off now, man. Everything that we kind of were talking about for months is now actually happening. With that said, man, enjoy your day. I know a couple other people are going to be touching base on the Operation Quiet Storm indictment. So I figured I would just read the article, let you know what's happened, and then elaborate on these other things that have just came about. That said, I'm gone.